Is this emotional manipulation or just a grandma that never has enough time with her grandchild? Here is Reese's story. We were at my mother-in-law's for 4 days in a row, and when we were going to leave, she started sniffling like she was going to cry, and she said, "I just wish you were here more often." At this point, I was so frustrated. We'd been there for days in a row, and it still wasn't enough. She was trying to make us feel guilty, like we were letting her down, even though we were trying so hard. I lost it. I told her, "We're here now, and we have been for 4 days. You're not going to make me feel bad or guilty about this. Why can't you just be happy we came?" I have tried everything with her passive aggressive comments. I've called her out. I've ignored her. I've tried to talk nice. I am so frustrated. I don't know what to do anymore because something needs to change, but nothing seems to work. That is very frustrating because we all want just the approval of our parents. We want the approval of our in-laws. And it sounds like you are trying so hard. But at the end of the day, you could maybe give her every single day of the week and it still might not be enough. And that's on her. That's not on you. So for me, like if this were happening to me and my mother-in-law said, "I wish you were here more often, even though we're doing the best we can," that might be her true feelings. That's okay. So I would just validate her and just say, "I know it never seems like there's enough time, but don't worry, we'll schedule something for next week and we'll get together then." I'll hug her, say, "I love you," get in the car and go. But my boundary would be, I'm going to protect my peace by not taking the guilt with me. I would leave that where it belongs, which is with her. Like her feelings, her emotions are hers to manage, not mine. Now, based on just some other information you gave me in your letter that I didn't include here, just speculating, your mother-in-law might see the world through the lens of, "I always get the short end of the stick." You can't control that either. So part of me, if I had a mother-in-law that always felt like bad stuff always happens to me, I never get enough time, it always seems like you always have to feed the baby as soon as I come over, all this stuff, that's just her lens. That has nothing to do with me. That's been her lens her whole life, and I would allow her to have that to manage. I would accept that that's my mother-in-law, and I would stop trying to change her through like effort. I would stop trying to change her. I would work on accepting her for who she is. I would just keep balancing my life as best we can. Again, protecting my peace by not bringing the guilt in the car when we leave. So back to my original thing is I would validate her because she truly is saying, "I wish you were here more often." That's a real authentic feeling. Of course she feels that way. I know, I know there's never enough time, but we'll get together again next week. Hug her. I love you. Goodbye. That's what I would do. What would you do?